What's up? Welcome back. Roster Watch Nation, Roster Watch, Underdog, Pick'em Show. I am Cody Carpentier on a beautiful Wednesday night this time. It's not Thursday quite yet, but we do have Thursday Night Football coming, and it's coming fast. The Cleveland Browns are hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 Central in Cleveland. And if you've looked at the prop market at all over on UnderdogFantasy.com, which I behoove you to do, hit that QR code right there, get a 50% deposit bonus up to $250. If you go over there, you'll find right now some of these receiving numbers seem a bit low. You'll see Jerry Jeudy, 3.5 receptions, Elijah Moore, 3, Cedric Tillman, 3.5, George Pickens, 4. You're like, they seem like they're maybe like a catch and a half, maybe 2 catches low for the target output that you've gotten from especially these Cleveland guys the last few weeks with Jameis Winston at the helm. Jerry Jeudy, 8 targets, 11, 10 the last 3 weeks. Elijah Moore, 7, 11, 8, 8 the last 4 weeks. Cedric Tillman, 10, 9, 10, 8. And the reason being is it's supposed to be about 37 to 40 degrees on Thursday night with 95% precipitation expected. And now I mind you, it's 24 hours out or 26 hours out. It's Wednesday night right now. I'm recording this. So I think there's a little value here in that we are pretty much assuming it's 100% chance of rain. It's like 95%, but it's pretty much 100%, whatever. So I think there's a little bit of value in these numbers if you go attack them as quick as possible. If that rain does push off, all of a sudden the weather's fine, and I think you're getting mad value with these numbers. So again, welcome into RosterWatch.com. You can see scrolling across the bottom. You go over to RosterWatch.com for everything that you need. We had the waiver wire show on Tuesday. Circa Millions is usually on Wednesday night, but we're moving that to Thursday. And the Pick'em show, I moved up to Wednesday because I'm traveling tomorrow morning. So I'll get you these picks now, fast and quick, so you can get them in, you can get settled, and you can be ready for Thursday night football. Like I said before, I like the Jeudy, I like the Pickens, I like the Tillman, but the number I'm attacking this week is definitely going to be Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore, the last 4 weeks, 6 receptions, 3, 8, and 6. The number here tonight at Underdog Fantasy is 3 receptions. Like I said before, the targets the last 4 weeks for Elijah Moore, 8, 8, 11, and 7. The target share has been there, especially since Amari Cooper departed Cleveland. 30%, 20%, 19%, 15% target shares for Elijah Moore. And he's a guy that works in those short area quadrants. And Tillman works downfield quite a bit. We saw Jerry Jeudy catch a deep ball last week. Those are the things that are going to be impacted by rain. I know Winston likes to push that, but I do believe the short area stuff with Elijah Moore and Njoku is going to be much more favorable in this game, especially with the rain. And Njoku, speaking of which, the number's 4.5, not quite at the level of love that I have for this Elijah Moore one. So I'm going to go Elijah Moore, 3 receptions. We're going to go higher. If you did want to dabble in the quarterback stuff, Russell Wilson's number's at 182.5, Jameis Winston at 216.5. Russell has hit this number every single game he's been in Pittsburgh, but like I said, it's going to be raining. You're taking a pretty big gamble, taking on these massive, they're not massive, but they're pretty low actually passing numbers, especially for a guy like Jameis Winston who just came off a 395. He had a 334 against Baltimore. Now you get a 216 here against Pitt. Pitt's not the number 1 pass defense if you didn't know. Now you know. So Jameis is an interesting number at 216.5. Again, he had 237 literally the first half last week. Rushing numbers, you have Jameis Winston 8.5, Russell Wilson 10.5, Najee's at 68.5, Nick Chubb 52.5. Jerome Ford at 15.5 is very interesting to me because the snap share has been going more towards his direction as of late. So Jerome Ford's kind of one I wanted to get into the slip tonight. I'm just going to stick with 2 picks for tonight. Not going to force this Jerome Ford one in, even though I'm like I said, I'm right here. I'm this close to wanting to put this Jerome Ford pick in my slip, but I'm not going to do it. The number I'm going to go after is rushing plus receiving, and we're going to go to Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren, the number 2 back up there in Pittsburgh over the last 4 games. So he had the Jets, Giants, Washington, and Baltimore. Jaylen Warren, 59, 59, 95, and 68 rush plus receiving. I believe regardless of the game script, a game like this against Cleveland, whether it's going to be rainy or not, it's going to be slushy, snow, don't care. Even if it's dry, I think Jaylen Warren's going to get enough of that work. He's not going to be splitting 50-50, obviously. Everyone wants that in Pittsburgh, but that's just not how this thing works. However, I do believe, especially with the rain, Jaylen Warren can and will pay off. 57.5 rush plus receiving in this game. Interesting one. We only have Dustin Hopkins available for kicking points at 5.5 tonight. So basically what you're saying is they're going to get 2 field goals. Does Cleveland get 2 field goals in this game? Can they convert on 2 field goals? I guess is the question as well in the rain. Otherwise, they have to score some sort of concoction of, a couple touchdowns in a field. Well, it'd have to be 3 touchdowns in a field goal. So you're talking about 24 points. But the avenue I'm taking, if you're going to take the Dustin Hopkins one, is I just need 2 field goals out of them Cleveland Browns, which I don't think is that too far out of pocket. Rush attempts in this game. Interesting number here for Najee Harris, 17.5. Again, the snap share's been kind of going towards Jalen Warren, so I see that. Nick Chubb, 14 rush attempts. If you want to go for an interception, you do have the Russell Wilson number available, half interception. Jameis not currently available. So that's where we're at tonight. Actually, not tonight, but it's going to be Thursday Night Football right there. Go over to UnderdogFantasy.com today. Use that promo code ROSTER or RosterWatch. Get a 50% deposit bonus up to $250. Money B. I see you, dog, over there in the chat. We're up here. We're eating. We're grinding. We're thriving. We'll be here for Football with Friends in a half an hour over on the Orange Bloods channel. Those are the 2 numbers for tonight for Thursday Night Football. Elijah Moore, higher than 3 receptions, and Jalen Warren, higher than 57.5 rush plus receiving. I'm Cody Carpentier. We appreciate you. We love you. We'll be back tomorrow with the Circa Millions cast. If you need anything, go to rosterwatch.com, get the rankings, get the trade targets, get the DFS tool, get the dynasty rankings. You want me to keep on listing stuff? Just go to rosterwatch.com. It's literally $9.99 a month. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, all of the underdog picks for the weekend, they're going to be behind the paywall. You better go over there. You better tune in. You better tap in. 61% on the year. We appreciate y'all. See ya.